it's your girl Gina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. So today, as you can read by the title, we are going to be getting lit. Got my blunt already, well, my half a blunt ready to go. And we're gonna get into the story time. I got some stuff to tell y'all. I was just thinking about this story the other day and it just made me laugh because I'm just like, whew, I'm crazy. Especially when somebody playing with my heart. And it wasn't funny at the time. Trust me, it was never funny at the time. But now, a couple years later, I could definitely laugh at myself. So, to help myself out, you guys, it's not like I made the story up, but I definitely wanted to jot down like some points on what to touch on, so that way I'm not missing anything. And then I'm gonna smoke, and then we're gonna get ready. So I gotta go make some money tonight with my sugar. So I'm just getting halfway decent. So let's get to smoking. So as you guys can read by the title, this is a story time of how I found out I was being cheated on. Yeah. This is from a past relationship, clearly, because your girl has been single for a while now. Clap it up for me. Make some motherfucking noise. You guys know, well, if you don't know, let me just give you all the little quick rundown. I have 2 baby fathers and 3 children. My first 2 oldest kids go to the first one. My last one goes to the last one. There you go. I was with my last one's dad at the time. This is what the story is about. My youngest dad. Anyways, we met in middle school through, at the time, was a best friend of mine, and it was her boyfriend. But they weren't really like, you know, middle school is not really serious. It's just like holding hands, kissing. And with her, it wasn't, I don't even think it was that. She had some boundaries. So anyways, time went on. We re-met in high school. Not re-met, but like met back up in high school. And we connected, we vibed, whatever. And this was the red flag I should have known in high school. This nigga had a whole girlfriend, but was messing with me. Red flag right there. Whether they was off at all, that was a red flag right there. So anyways, we messed around in high school, go on about our lives. I eventually end up meeting my first baby dad. And this was fresh out of high school. And I guess he tried to reach out, but I was with my first baby dad at the time. And my first baby dad seen the message and he blocked him. So anyways, me and my first baby dad, we break up. I end up unblocking him. Mistake number 1. I'm playing. Anyways, we reconnect as in adult life. And since day 1, when we connected back in adult life, we was like this. We was like this. There was no separating us. We was always together. Whether I was at his house or he was at my house, we was together. Then we eventually moved in. Moral of the story is, I was very much happy with this man. Very much happy. Blinded by everything. Like, nobody could tell me nothing about this man. This was my man. So I was in that very much honeymoon phase. And I don't know, some of it was honeymoon, some of it was real. I don't freaking know. But yeah, so I eventually ended up getting pregnant. And then my pregnancy went really well. That was the best pregnancy I had out of all 3 of my children. Just because I had this support. I was living with my partner. He was there taking me to the hospital, things like that. So anyways, Jalen was born. Then that's when everything took a turn. Jalen was probably about 2-3 months, I think. 4, 5, I don't know. He was really young, that's all I remember. And that's when things turned. So it was like one day, me and his dad, we always had this routine, like when we wake up, we smoke, then we clean up the room, clean up the house from the day before, shower, and so forth. And so we did all that. I had showered, I think I was doing laundry and stuff. He then woke up and then he took a shower. So, and then we also had this thing where I had this thing where I would like prank him and like scare him and just do random silly shit because that's just me. And so, I had planned to scare him this day. So he was in the shower, and the way that our bathroom was set up, so it was like, hopefully y'all can follow me. It was the bathroom, In the bathroom there was the toilet, the shower right next to it, with like a sliding glass door, and then like you close the door, that's what's in there, the shower and the toilet. Then around the corner, you walk this way, is our walk-in closet. So the closet's right next to the thing. And so I had turned off all the lights in the room. I had heard the shower turn off, so I was gonna hide in the closet. Sorry, forgive me if I'm stuttering, but I'm high. So yeah, I'm standing in the closet, and so he's taking a little bit to come out the shower. I'm like, all right, I'm standing here for a minute. So then eventually he opens the door, and the door opens this way, and I'm standing on this side. Then like he walks out, closes the door. He's standing right here in front of the bathroom door, and I'm still over here. I didn't pop out quite yet. Some told me not to pop out quite yet, and I'm glad I didn't. He's standing there in his towel with his phone, and like I'm standing still there, and I'm looking, and I can see like in the mirror he's like on his phone, and it's an image of his man piece in a message being sent, and he's like refreshing it, trying to see like if the person responded. And I'm just like, hold the fuck on, am I seeing what I'm seeing? Because for one, this was the picture that he had sent me when we first got together. So I'm just like, I've already seen it, so who are you sending it to? And then I'm just standing there, like my heart was just like, what the fuck? Like I didn't know what to say. I was just so speechless. Like I didn't even pop out yet. I didn't yell. I didn't snatch the fucking phone like I should have. Let me chill. Then like and I'm still standing there just like, what the fuck do I do? Like, it was just at that moment, it was just unbelievable. I was like, this is not what I'm seeing. He is not cheating on me. He is not texting someone else's man piece. After we literally had sex that morning. Like, and so I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, what do I do? I just still sitting there. So anyways, he closes his phone. He goes to walk into the closet. At that point, I'm just like, I don't want him to know that I know this information yet. So I just was like, ah! And he was like, oh, what are you doing? And like, you could tell he was just kind of like, did she see what the fuck I just had on my phone or what? And then I was just like, did I scare you? Like I tried to play it off, and he was like, hey, a little bit. And he's just like, he turns the closet light on. He starts looking for his clothes. So I walk out the closet because I'm still trying to like, my heart is like this in my fucking chest. Like, bitch, did you just see that? Bitch, did he just act like that shit just not happen? So I'm standing in the room and I'm pacing back and forth, like, and my hands are shaking. And like whenever I was in those types of situations with him, my palms would sweat, my hands would shake, I would get the bubble guts, I was scared, like, what the fuck? And so he started talking about something, and then I was just like, you know what? Fuck all that. We're not doing all that. He's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you know what the fuck I'm talking about? He's like, no, I don't. I said, well, I just saw that shit in your phone. I just saw that you sending your shit to a bitch in your phone. And then this nigga had the nerve to say, no, you didn't. You didn't see that. That's not what you saw. He starts giggling. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm just like, oh, okay. You don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. And so then I had it real bad in our relationship too. When he would piss me off so bad, I was packing up my shit ready to fucking go. Knowing the fuck I wasn't going nowhere. So I start packing my shit. And he was just like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, you got me fucked up and all this other shit. And we just start arguing. Then it got to a point where he had put his phone down, and so I had snatched his phone, but he didn't see me, and I had like hid it somewhere. And so after we stopped arguing for a minute, he was looking for his phone. He's like, man, where's my phone? What the fuck? Where's my phone? Like, and he was just tripping, like, you got my phone? I was like, I don't have your phone. And so I'm continuing to still pack, just to kind of take his mind off the fact that I do have his phone. So then he had this laptop that he would have at the house. He would watch movies on sometimes. So he pulls a laptop out. He opens up a text now, or you know, them free text apps, whatever the fuck. He opens that up, and he starts messaging that number again. And so I didn't know that at first. So I go in the bathroom because he had put the laptop, after he was done messaging her, put the laptop set on the computer. on the toilet in the bathroom, and he closed the door. So I go in there and I'm like, oh, what's this pulled up? And I start reading and I'm like, my heart was just like beating even more because for one, you went the extra distance to text this bitch off of a free app. Two, you remembered her number, cause how? Three, what I read in there. I read that he was just like senior Addy again. Again? When did you go the first time? So your girl was just like checking even more, pissed the fuck off, yelling at him. Oh, you texting this bitch on a text free app on the laptop? And I had took it to the kitchen so I could read it even further. So he comes out there, he's trying to get the laptop. And I had just took a minute and I was just like, are you for real? Right? Because I thought I was being pranked at one point. Like, I just could not believe this. Just based on how well he was treating me, how well we were doing, how well things, just everything was. Like, I was like, are you serious? You just couldn't talk to me? Couldn't tell me? Like, couldn't be real? And he just kind of got quiet and looked at me, and I just started crying, and I was even more mad, and he's just chasing me around the little island in the kitchen, trying to get the laptop back, and then I eventually opened the door, ran out the apartment door, and I'm running out the door, and I try to go hide somewhere in our apartment real quick, and I'm trying not to go too far because it is connected to the Wi-Fi at the same time. So I'm like, I'm still trying to text the girl on the computer, and I'm just like, this is his baby mama, da, 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 you know, dumb bitch shit. Oh, I was just saying, oh, he got a disease, trying to make it seem like, oh, not to fuck with him. But in all reality, that was stupid of me to even say, because it's just like, well, if he got that, then you got that, and bitch, you just told on yourself. Anyways, I ended up going back in the house. We were still arguing, still scuffling. He ends up leaving. And of course, all my shit was packed, but I ain't went nowhere. And I just sit back down and like just really catch my breath and really just sit back and process everything. And I just started crying, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe this. And then my mind is still racing at the same time because this nigga just left, and like, where the fuck did you go? Did you go to the girl's house? Because I definitely seen the address on the thing, and I'm like, oh my god. And so he ended up coming back for a minute, and he would always park his car like in the front of our apartment. That's how close we lived to the parking. Like, it was just convenient. So he parked right there, and then I went out to his car. I opened his car door, instantly seeing the Trojans. What the fuck? Instantly seen a bottle of Hennessy. I'm like, oh, y'all have to get drunk and have sex. Because he left his car on. So he was coming back to grab something. And so I instantly run in the house and I grab a knife and I'm trying to pop his fucking tires because you're not going anywhere. And it wasn't working. Them fat ass tires, that it was not working. So I'm even more mad. And I'm just like, oh my God. So anyways, he eventually leaves. Because I had told him I was done at this point, even though I knew I wasn't done. So he leaves. Time goes on, like hours. And I'm just like, oh, hell no. It was like maybe 12 at night. And I was like, nope. We're pulling up to the address that I seen on the laptop. Loaded. This sounds bad. I got the kids dressed. Put their coats on. Grab their blankets. Loaded them up in the back of my car. And we was about to pull up to the address. I'll never forget that address. Pull up to that address. Then when I get to the address, realize it's a whole apartment. So I'm parked across the street, and I'm waiting for somebody to come through the gate, because I'm getting in that apartment, bitch. I need to see if his car is here. It ended up nobody going through the gate. Nobody opened it. I did all that for nothing. I ended up going home. He ended up coming home like maybe 2 hours later, talking about he was at his homeboy's house. But bitch, you got me fucked up. I know exactly where you were. And if he wasn't there when I was there, you was there at some point during the day. I don't know. We had ended up I think we end up, well, I don't think. We end up hashing that shit out. I end up taking him back, which I shouldn't have, because for one, I had so many trust issues after that. I was just paranoid anytime he was on his phone. There were times that he would sleep like during the day, because sometimes he would work at night. So I would be up during the day. He would be asleep. So I was to the point I didn't want to leave the room. I wanted to stay in the room with him while he sleeps, just so I could make sure that he did not pick up that phone. Like, it was just so damaging to my mental, to my emotional, just everything. We just should have ended it right there, because after that, the relationship was okay, but it was also very much toxic. We got into physical fights. We got into just horrible arguments. We said some horrible things. We did some horrible things in front of the kids, argument wise, and it just was not good. It was not good, and it was all based off of that, because I was moving so totally different than how I was moving before I had found out all that. Again, I told you, I was so happy. I was so happy, ready to marry that man. I was just so happy, and then that just shifted my whole world. I was just like, I could not believe this. I could not believe this. Then time goes on. I don't know. Time goes on, and it was just not good. It was just female after female, a new girl on Instagram after new girl, and 9 times out of 10, they're in the inbox talking. It was just like, he was liking this girl's photo. He got this new girl following him. He got this new girl client, because he used to, sell weed. New girl client. I don't know what happens sometimes with the weed men and the girl clients. Not slick. New girls on Facebook. It was just always somebody popping up. Somebody from the past popping up that I had previously told him to block. Somebody from the past popping up that I had previously caught him texting. Like, it was just horrible. It even got to the point where I had, because the girl that I had caught him texting that one time with the picture, she was just popping up all the time. I swear she loved him just as much as I did, which was crazy. I swear she did. It got to the point where I was texting her one time off of my phone and acting like I was him, just to get more information, and she was really falling for that shit. And like, we was having full-blown on conversations. She's telling me about her day, and I'm sitting here acting like I'm him, which is crazy. Eventually, I got sick of all that. Oh, you guys, I'm supposed to be getting ready with y'all. Eventually, it got to a point where I got tired of that shit. So I started messing around back. Except for when I'm messing around, I'm gonna mess around fully. Start messing around with somebody at my job at the time. Yeah, sounds bad, but that's what happens when you just get sick of somebody's shit and you're not really done with them at the same time. I never told him that. Hopefully he don't find out. But if he do, I mean, it don't matter, because we been done. Anyways, I cannot believe I sat here and talked almost the whole story and forgot to start getting ready with y'all. Wow. Anyways, I think the last straw for me was one day, I think we was looking for a new car or something. I can't remember. And he would let Jalen like use his phone, like to watch YouTube, whatever, because Jalen had no tablet or nothing. He would just let him use his phone. He's inside the car place talking to the people. Me and Jalen are in the car. He's letting him watch his phone in the back seat. I'm in the front seat, and I hear like some smacking on a video, and I'm like, and y'all know what smacking noise I'm talking about. And I'm like, what is my son in the back seat watching? What the fuck? And Jalen was young, not as young as the first time I caught him cheating, but he was young enough. And he was looking at the phone like, huh? And so I take the phone, I look at the phone, and it's the same girl that he was texting when I found out he was first cheating. She's in a video, bent over her bed, smacking her butt cheeks. I think it's some lingerie or some underwear or something. And I'm just like, first of all, my son is sitting here watching this. Like, what the fuck? He has access to this. How he got to that, I don't know, because he was supposed to be on YouTube. And where this was, I think it was saved in like his files or something. Like, he had it saved. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, this nigga think I'm okay. Okay, so I walked inside the car place, and I'm not one to really act out too much in public like that. And I was so used to him fucking around on me at this point, I didn't really act out anyway. I was just like, we gotta go. I need to talk to you. Something going on in the car. I need to talk to you. He's like, okay. So he comes outside in the car. I said, oh, you got me fucked up. Our son is sitting here watching this video. And the look on his face, he was just like, I could explain. I'm sorry. Da, 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 da. And like, he was just panicking because he just knew that like this had to be the last. Like, this girl is sick of your shit. And so, we ended up leaving the car place. We didn't even look at no cars because we had so much drama going on between each other. I was just like, take me the fuck home. The fuck? Got me fucked up. And so we get home. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but I think in the back of my mind, I just knew I was about to do some fuck shit, which I was. And that's when I gave that one guy a chance. I don't know if y'all have seen my previous story times, but this was when I got chased the fuck down by my baby dad because I went on this date with this guy. So after that point, after I got chased down, he obviously had to go to jail for it, whatever. There was a lot going on. We just were not the same. We definitely tried. We knew we loved each other, but it just was so damaged. So damaged. We got charges now. We got too much going on. Females, guys, like it was just too much. And so it got to a point where he wanted me to choose him and stop talking to old boy, because I was still talking to old boy after the incident. I didn't give a fuck. Which I should have, because he turned out to be a whole fucking nightmare. Whole lying ass nigga. Had a whole ass baby mama that he, you know what, let's not get into that. He wanted me to stop talking to him, and I just couldn't, because it was just like he was giving me something that he wasn't, which wasn't much of anything. It was like I was having to pull his leg too to give me some time. I don't know. Anyways, we ended up really getting disconnected. Like, it got to the point where he was like, you should just move your stuff into the kids' room. Talking about my kids' room. And I was like, all right. And so I moved all my stuff in the kids' room. I'm sleeping in the kids' room with them. He's not coming home even more. And I'm just sitting there, still sad, but at the same time, still talking to old boy. And so it got to a point where he was just like, well, since you got your own room and I got my own room, he had texted me something like that. Like, oh, I feel like we could have company. We could have whoever we want over here. I get it. You moving on. We still kind of together, but still fucking around on each other. But don't bring that stuff to the house where my kids lay their head. Our son lays his head. That was weird to me. I would never bring no dude who I'm dealing with. Like, that was just like, he would not like it if I had brought that guy into the house. Like, there's just some lines you don't cross. Like, do your dirt outside the house. We all know you doing it. You just want to have it in my face. And so I was just like, no, we should not have nobody over that we're dealing with at the place. I just feel like we should look for a place for each other. We should look for our own places, then go from there. But he just wasn't having it. So one day, I'm at work in Marysville. He texts me like, oh, I'm about to have a homegirl come to the house. And the kids weren't there at the time. And I was like, oh, hell no. And Marysville is quite a drive from where we was in Carmichael. And I was like, the fuck he is. And so I asked my boss, like, can I leave? Because I got some shit to handle. I drove so fast from Marysville back to the Carmichael area. Nope. Then when I get there, I see his car there. And so I'm pissed off, and I'm trying to break his car window with my car key. And the bend in my car key. Like, I'm crazy. Like, don't play with me. So then I get in the house, thinking that they were going to be there. And I was prepared to fight because you're not in the place I lay my head. Well, we sleep. The fuck? Then I get there, and he's laughing. He's like, why are you home so early? I'm like, you say you was going to have somebody up in our house. And I go and I look around. He's like, nobody's here. So for one, he's messing with me. I had to leave work, miss out on money because you playing games. You playing games with me, bro. And so, time goes on. He was just like, he was for certain that he was gonna bring somebody to the house, and I just didn't want no parts of it. At the same time, like I still loved him, and my heart would not allow that. Like for sure, me and homegirl was about to be squabbling up in my living room. The fuck, intruder. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna move to my mom's, which I did, and I was serious this time. I packed all my stuff, all my kids' shit, and I didn't know how it was gonna work at the time, but I did it. Because I was just like over it. I was done, moved to my mom's, and it was a very uncomfortable situation for the time that I was there. But I'm grateful I had somewhere to go. But yeah, that was that. That was the end of our relationship. After that, we definitely had some times where we fighting, not physically, but like arguing. Because clearly we still have a kid we have to parent, and like we're both heartbroken at the same time. Because no matter what he say, I know he was heartbroken over the whole situation. Like, you still got my name tagged on your neck to this day. Yeah, I still got your name tagged on my butt, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, that was, I hope y'all was following. That was pretty much to just sum up my whole, like, once I found out he was cheating type of deal, because no doubt in my mind, I love that man. He was somebody I really took serious. Probably one of the two relationships I probably took serious. I don't know, but I was real serious about him, and that shit really broke my heart. And it took me a minute to really bounce back from that, because I'm having to heal my heart in an uncomfortable space at that, and you're just in our place living it up. Then it wouldn't help, like during my healing stage, he would text me and we would still mess around. I think we even got to a point we had a restraining order or something like that, but we was definitely breaking it. I personally wouldn't wish heartbreak on nobody, because that shit is tough, hard to deal with. And I'm the type, when my heart's broke, I'm not eating. Like, my appetite is gone, which stresses me out even more, because at that point I'm losing weight. And I never want to lose weight like that. I want to keep all the weight I have. But I'm going to put this eyelash on and I'm going to end out this video. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the story time. So, y'all, this is the finished look pretty much. I'm about to fix my hair and stuff, straighten it and stuff. But as far as my face, I'm just doing a quick little beat. But I just wanted to come on here and put any, like, final thoughts, remarks that I thought, like, while I was finishing my makeup. And I was just thinking, like, I don't know why I thought that everything was so good, because even like maybe before I was about to deliver, there was some message that popped up on that laptop that I was telling y'all about while I was at home and he was at work, and it was connected to his Instagram. And the Instagram message popped up like, "But you're about to have a baby," and it was from a female. And I'm like, I had messaged him. And I'm like, no, actually, I think I waited till he came home, because that was I needed to see you in person for that. Yeah. And I confronted him about it, and somehow he claimed that his ex had hacked his Instagram. Like, oh, just think about it now. It's just like, bitch, you're dumb. Dumb. Just in love and just want to just believe that he loves me and only me. And I would do that too to females. Like, I would try to like scare them off. I even had like this little app. I had this little account for the behind this man, like to where you could get the people's Instagram like data. It tells you like if they got any new followers, if they liked anything. Like, it's just like a stalking type of app. It was, I paid like $2.99 a month for it. Crazy. Like, this man had me crazy. And honestly, I just think that's why I just been single ever since. Like, I'm just focusing on me. There's a lot of things I do and don't like, and things that I do and don't want, and so I'm just saving myself for the right one, because I thought I had the right one, but no. But I am very grateful for the experience overall, because it has taught me some things. Yeah, definitely taught me some things. Definitely. Also, to add to the story, I think there was a point in time where his ex, we had a little beef, like, Because clearly, like, why are you popping back up? And I'm thinking I'm the girl now, and he's just loyal to me. But it was just kind of like, I should listen to her, because she been through it 10, if not 10 times worse, because they were together longer than me and him were. And I think even at a point when me and him broke up, I messaged her personally and was just like, I'm sorry that I talked all this shit to you. And I found out exactly who he was. And she knew exactly who he was. I also did want to say this was never to bash my son's father at all, because we are really like good friends right now. Like, we get along really well. We co-parent really well. Which is actually surprising, just based on how we ended and all the shit that we went through. It was just to share my story, how I found out. And yes, I did my cheating back. So I'm not saying like, oh, he did me dirty, fuck him, and I never did anything. I was this perfect angel this whole time we was in this relationship. Because no, I definitely got my lick back, which was dumb at the time. I should just broke up with him. But yeah, never to bash him. So I hope nobody be trying to run back and be like, y'all married mama on the internet talking shit. I'm talking my shit, but it's not shit like that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. We are on the road to 4K. Thank y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Girl's channel. And follow me on Instagram at _your girl Gina, with 2 A's on the yeah and 2 A's on the Gina. If you didn't catch my drift, it'll be on the screen as well as the description box down below. And I'll catch y'all in my next one. Bye. It don't even matter what time it is.